Hey you guys, it's Toya and thank you for watching ToyaJTV. So today I'm going to show you a style that you do not have to add. I'm not gonna say you don't have to add a lot of heat, but you don't have to add much. And it's a great way for you to manage your hair after 6 weeks. So since it's been about 7 weeks since my last relaxer, I'm gonna be showing you styles that you can do to help you manage your new growth and to help you stretch your relaxer past 6 weeks, okay? So again, it's been about 7 weeks for me, and right now I have on my by L. Jones bonnet, but we'll go ahead and take that off and show you. I have already shampooed and conditioned my hair and let it air dry. I tied it down around my edges and my roots to let it lay flat, but I want to show you my new growth. Okay, so that's what my new growth looks like without any heat applied to it, without me straightening it. As you know, when I use the Toya Primo flat iron from by L. Jones, it gets it bone straight. You know, it looks like I have had a relaxer, but that's what it looks like when it's just basically air dried and no heat, when it's the relaxer is grown, well, not the relaxer, but when my new growth is coming in. Okay, so this week I'm gonna do clip-ins, and not only is this a good style to help you stretch, but this is also a good vacation hairstyle if you could not make your braid appointment in time enough to go on your vacation. You know, this is another style where your hair is basically up with the addition, with the exception of your leave out, okay? So you'll only have to manage your leave out, and I'm gonna try to do very minimal leave out, all right? So let's get started. I like a deep side part, so I kind of like my part about right here. And that gives it, you know, room to fall. So since I like my part about right here, that's where my leave out will be. So my leave out, I'm just gonna take just a little bit of hair right there. And a little bit of hair. I just want just enough hair to cover the track or the clip in. All right, so about this much leave out. I'm gonna get the rest braided up, all right? And I'm gonna tell y'all now, don't come for my braids, okay? Because I do not know how to braid my hair like how I braid other people's hair. So it's not gonna look professionally done, but it's gonna get the job done, and the clip-ins are going on top of it anyway. So just let this be a word to you that if you don't know how to braid, it does not have to be perfect, okay? You just need something secure that your clip-ins can hold on to, all right? So I'll be back once I braid it. So I have this is my leave out, okay? I have that sectioned out of the way. Actually, I'll put another clip. Okay, that's better. And before I get my hair braided up, I'm going to use the by L. Jones Satin Moisture Cream. This is gonna help keep your ends hydrated, moisturized, all that good stuff, so that they aren't breaking and they stay protected. Because remember, this is a protective style. And so you wanna protect healthy hair. You don't want your hair to be damaged and then you're putting it in a protective style. You want your hair to already be healthy, so that way when you take it down, there's no damage, there's no anything. And I like to add this to my ends. As you can see, you can barely even see it on my hands. You don't need a lot of product in order for it to be effective. And I like to concentrate on my ends. I mean, you can put it all over the hair, but the ends of the hair are the oldest, okay? And they break faster. And that's what you need to get cut when they start splitting. So then you feel like your hair isn't growing, when technically it's growing. It's just you're having a hard time retaining your length because the ends, you know, are breaking, or they may split, or what have you. So when you add more moisture to the ends of your hair, it helps you to retain that length, and that way you're looking like your hair is growing. You know, you're feeling yourself, right? So, and I also do that when I apply deep conditioner, leave-in, any type of conditioning treatment. You always want to make sure you bring it to the ends. A lot of people tend to just do like this, and make sure they get the root, but bring that moisturizer all the way down to the ends. The ends, they don't want to be neglected. They want some love too, okay? So anywho, make sure you're putting it on the ends, all right? So now we can braid. I have it all braided, so I'm gonna let you take a 360 look. All right, so nothing is left out other than my leave out. So at this point, I'm going to add some Bio Jones growth oil, silky growth oil, and I'm gonna add that directly to my scalp. And again, I'm just applying it directly in between each braid, directly to the scalp, okay? So that helps keep the moisture sealed inside the scalp. All right. Then I'm also going to apply cooling hair mister. This is braid spray. So not only is this good for when you're wearing box braids, twists, if you have your hair locked, this is good for that. But it also is good if you are braiding your hair down and wearing wigs, sew-ins, or etc. So this helps to prevent itching, and it also helps to keep your hair moisturized, all right? So you won't be the whole time you have the clip-ins in. Okay, so now we will get the hair in. This is 2 sets of clip-ins. This is, you know, of course, wavy hair, but again, this is 2 sets, okay? 1 set will not work. 1 set will not work. If you have all of your hair braided like this, 1 set will not work. Now, if you do your clip-ins the alternate way, where you do not braid your hair, but you just part it, put a clip-in in, part your hair, and it's incorporated throughout your hair, you can make 1 pack work, because you can part it kind of however you need to in order to spread the clip-ins out. However, when I have my hair all braided like this and I'm doing it pretty much like a sew-in, but just with the clip-ins, I like to not space my clip-ins so far apart. I like for them to be no more than 1 finger width apart, okay? So for that, you're gonna need 2 sets. You can get these on my website also, biojonesproducts.com, and just click on L. Jones Hair Collection, and the clip-ins are there. Just a little tip before I put these in, the clip-ins that have just like 2 clips in them, they're not very wide, so I like to use these in the nape area. They fit perfectly back here for your nape, okay? And then the really short pieces like this, they typically have just 1 clip. I like to use these for the sides. That way the sides aren't really, especially you know, the side where not as much hair will be, because that way it's not a lot of hair pulling. You can just clip it right there on your edges, and it's not a lot of tension on your edges, okay? Because we want to protect the edges at all costs. And then the longer pieces, the ones with the 3 clips in them, then I use that to fill in the rest of the hair. So when I'm putting them in, I'm literally just taking these hooks, hooking them on the braid, and then closing it back up. So they open, you hook it on the braid, then you snap it to close it. All right, very, very simple. So I'm hooking it, snapping it, and look at that, the magic is starting to happen. All right, so I'm just gonna keep going through the rest of my hair. And if you feel any tension or if it's pulling, all you need to do is just take the clip-in out, readjust it, And you should not feel any pulling, you should not feel any pain, you should not feel any uneasiness, okay? If you do, that's a sign that you need to just readjust it. I used both sets, every single piece of both sets of clip-ins, okay? So now, and like I said, this hair is great for vacation because even if you get it wet, it'll curl right back up, all right? So I may choose to leave this a little curly like this, but I'm just going to shape it up just a little bit, give it, you know, a cut and a style. I'm thinking she wants a bob, okay? So let's go ahead and give her some shape. I think she is shaped up. So what I'm going to do now is blend in the leave out. So what I think I'll do is use the Whipped Honey Foam Wrap. And I'm gonna put this on just the leave out, and I'm going to twist it up. And that'll actually give the look of a twist out, you know, very vacation-y, beach vibes, which is where I would love to be right now. So that's what we're gonna do. So I have this piece twisted, and that is, I'm just gonna let that dry. I'm probably gonna sit up under the dryer no more than about 20-30 minutes or so, just to give that twist time to set. And then also, if the curly hair is starting to, you know, looking like it needs to be refreshed, I'm just gonna take more of the whipped honey and I'm going to refresh the curls. See, look at that. And then I'm just gonna let that air dry. And you can do that as often as you need to. Water will also work if you just have a spray bottle, but I like to use the whipped honey, okay? It's like a setting mousse. It's made to set the hair, so it'll set it like this. All right, so I will come back once I let this dry and we'll finish it up. It did not take long for this to dry, so let's untwist it and see what we are working with. Okay, see, it's already looking like it's blending with that. And that's the reason why I just twisted it all together instead of, well, why I twisted it to the scalp. So it can give more of that wave look. So remember, the goal is just to cover these clip-ins at the very top. It does cover. Don't pay any attention to these little grays trying to pop up right there. I pulled them once just to see what if the myth was true that if you pull them, then two will grow. That's not true. However, if you pull one, another gray hair will grow in its place. So it looks like it's blended. And there you have your vacation hair. So this is a good protective style for vacation. Literally very minimal, very, well, there's no heat, but very minimal hair out, okay? It's not 100% of your hair is put up, but as you can see, just this little sliver of my hair is out, and I don't have to put any heat on it. So if you chose a style like this and you used, let me close this door. If you chose a style like this and you chose wavy hair, and let's say you're like, but what if I get in the water and my leave out is gonna be back straight? That's fine, because all you literally need to do is just take it and braid it or twist it, or put a flexi rod on it and then let it dry, and then boom, you'll be back, okay? So don't even trip off that, all right? So you go on your vacation and you have you a good time, and don't worry about this hair. But you know, even when I do go on vacation, I don't necessarily plan on getting my hair wet. If it does, I'm not putting my full head under the water, but it's more so that my hair is like one less thing that I need to worry about when I'm on vacation, because I don't want to spend my whole vacation doing my hair. I want to be able to get up, go, just put some whipped honey foam wrap on, you know, to freshen up my curls, and then I'm out the door because I can let it air dry. So that's my whole goal when I'm doing protective styles while I'm on vacation. I just do not want to have to do anything to my hair. That's it. And like I said, I have the option to get it wet. If I do, I can just simply just let it air dry, because most of my real hair is braided underneath here. That's why I like doing the clip-ins this way versus just incorporating them with your hair. You can do either way, but to me this way is better for like to me it lasts a little bit longer because the clips don't slide. I have noticed that a lot of times when you're doing your hair, especially when you're doing it straight and you're incorporating the clip-ins into your hair versus braiding it, sometimes the clips can shift, so you constantly having to fix it, you know, move it, maneuver it, or whatever. But with this, those clips are stuck to that braid, and you don't have to take them out every night. What I will probably do to tie this up is simply just put a bonnet on, and that's it. If anything, I may put a scarf going around my edges, and then that way I can sleep on my edges, and then I will put a bonnet on top of the rest. And then in the mornings, just simply fix it how I need to fix it and call it a day. So yeah, and then, you know, if you really want to get fancy, and if you want to switch it up on them on vacation, you can get another set of clip-ins, like a completely different texture, and then you could just change it out on them, you know? So like if you wanted to get straight, and then halfway through the vacation, you could take these clips out and then just do it straight, and then you won't need to do any cutting or anything. You just put them in, you know, and let it go. But that's for those of you that like even more versatility. But anywho, I hope this video was informative and helpful for you. This is just another style, especially for my relaxed ladies, but of course, natural ladies, it works for you too. With the natural girls, especially if you get hair that matches your texture, you don't have to worry about twisting and braiding and bending and curling. You can just let your hair all air dry together. But for you relaxed ladies, this is a good option for you if you are having trouble. If you're having trouble doing your hair after 6 weeks, you don't know how to manage it, you don't know how to manage your new growth, this is a good option to just pretty much put your hair up. This will give you at least 2 weeks. I'm probably gonna leave this up for 2 weeks before I take it down and then do something else, because y'all know how I do, okay? So this will give you 2 weeks. You know, I normally don't recommend you not washing your hair, not going more than 2 weeks without washing your hair, but you know, some people do. But anywho, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, like it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will talk to you guys next time. See y'all later. Bye-bye.